Around 28% of all children in developing countries are estimated to be underweight or stunted. Many of these people call a cardboard shack home, and their daily job is simply to survive. Hi, my name is Brown, and I want to be your 2012 Secretary General. Participating in my club has made me a better leader. And ever since my first year of KUNA, I have dreamed of leading this conference. Currently, I'm the co-editor of my school's yearbook staff, president of NJHS, actively participate in my community, and still maintain a 4.0 grade average. If you choose me to be your Secretary General, I believe I can help make United Nations a better organization, the world a better place, and KUNA an even better experience. Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." We are the future, and we can be the change. It is time to take a stand against world poverty. Some 1.1 billion people in developing countries have inadequate access to water, and 2.6 billion on basic sanitation. If you give these people access to clean water and proper sanitation, they have a chance. They have a chance to do more than live, but survive. We can bring them change. It is time to stand up for universal education. What if I told you that nearly 1 billion people entered the 21st century unable to read a book or sign their name? Or that 2/3 of these people were women? If we set up local schools for the villages and towns of developing countries, maybe there wouldn't be such high statistics. Maybe they could have a chance to better themselves. We can bring them change. Women are constantly seated behind men in education, jobs, and many other situations. Giving women the same opportunities as men will help level the playing field. Setting up all-girls schools in impoverished countries will give them opportunity. We can give them a chance. We can bring them change. KUNA is about standing up and speaking for what you believe in, and also sitting down and listening to what others have to say. It's about celebrating cultural diversity and representing the different interests and views of the United Nations. So just remember to stand up, sit down, and overshadow the ground! Thank you.
After each candidate speaks, we will have 5 claps. All right. Next up, from Boyle County Middle School, we have Brooke Hastings.
Universal education by providing skilled teachers and teaching material for countries deprived of proper education. Let's look at the facts. Almost half the world's population lives on less than $2.50 a day. 1.1 billion people do not have access to drinking water. The time is now to end poverty and hunger around the world by raising funds for families who live in these awful conditions. But I'm not all work and no play, trust me. I'm an active participant of my church youth group, a member of my school's junior beta club, a part of my school swim team, I'm on my middle school soccer team, I volunteer in community functions, and of course,
AC County Middle School, we have Katie Burton.
Me, myself, and I. That's all people are concerned about anymore. We need to put our focus on others around the globe. Did you know that malaria kills a child every 30 seconds? Shocking, huh? If all of us would take a step back from our lives and do something for someone else, the world would be a much better place. As Gandhi once said, the difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would satisfy most of the world's problems. Every day, over 7,000 people are infected with HIV. More than 5,000 people die from AIDS-related illnesses, and close to 90% of malaria deaths occur in Africa alone, where it accounts for 1/5 of childhood mortality. KUNA ambassadors, we must make the effort to provide access to antiretroviral therapy, reproductive health, and HIV prevention curriculum, insecticide-treated bed nets, vitamin A supplements, and parasite medication. Gender inequality is a direct violation of our human rights. It undermines women's full personhood, equal participation in society, and puts women at an increased risk for violence. The key to a prosperous future lies in ensuring that generations of women have equal rights and access to education. Through education, the negative gender-based norms and practices can gradually be replaced with positive images of empowered and educated women. Universal education is an essential element of change for achieving gender equality, individual empowerment, and putting an end to poverty. Furthermore, education is an essential right to fight against HIV, AIDS, malaria, and other diseases. The best changes often start as simple as your thoughts, and when you change your thoughts, you change the world. So remember, vote for me, Katie B. I'm Katie Burton, and I want to serve you in 2013.
Five class. Next from Mary Queen, we have Carolyn Quigley. Next from Rowan County Middle School, we have Mokta Mahari.
Gandhi once said, "Be the change that you want to see in the world." Hey guys, I'm Mokta Mahari, and I'm going to tell you about the change that I want to see in the world. But first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. Well, I'm from Rowan County, where I'm the current captain of our national champion speech team. I'm a member of our school's volleyball and soccer teams, and also participate in the Unite Club. But my favorite of these by universal education is a vital component to my platform. The current economic downfall has become an international crisis, a crisis that touches every country represented within this room. All over the world, people are struggling with poverty, hunger, and government instability. Not one ambassador in here can deny that this is a serious problem that needs to be addressed. And last, but certainly not least, I believe it is essential for our world to strive for environmental sustainability. Now, this is our world, and it's the only one we're going to get. Let's strive to enact proposals that preserve its vital ecological system for ourselves, for our countries, and for our future. I look forward to meeting all of you. And remember, you won't be sorry if you vote for Mahari.
Big claps. And last but certainly not least, we have from Williamstown Junior High School, Andrew Davis.
Finally, after 2 years of being in the audience, I'm speaking to the audience. Hi, my name is Andrew Davis, and I'm a candidate for the 2013 Secretary General. You may say, why should I vote for this guy? You should vote for me because I can help make a positive change. As your Secretary General, I can help reduce world disease, attack poverty, and settle government disputes. I was watching TV one day and saw the CNN Unsung Heroes Awards. An African man from a poor village was being presented an award. What he did saved thousands of lives, just soap. He had moved to a U.S. hotel and discovered how they threw out used soap. So we started an organization that used these bars to make new ones. I think the United Nations can beat that. As your Secretary General, I will help the United Nations send medical assistance and medicines to second and third world countries and save thousands and even millions of lives. This isn't all I will do. I will help stop the disputes between areas like Palestine and Israel. The United Nations has been disputing over the right to make Palestine a country, and they haven't taken enough action. Hundreds of people are dying in disputes over a thing that can be solved very easily. As your Secretary General, I will make sure the United Nations takes action on issues like these to make the world a more peaceful place. The last issue I would like to touch on is one that we're all familiar with, world poverty. Every day, people are living on streets with nothing to eat because they're in areas that have no jobs. There are plenty of job opportunities in the world, and they're not in the places that we need them. I could, as your Secretary General, help the United Nations make jobs all over the world in places like Africa, Asia, and even North America, where they need jobs. These are many things that we can do if you vote for me to be your Secretary General. Now let me tell you about me. I've attended KUNA for 2 years and have been to multiple leadership conferences, including the Junior CYLC Washington, D.C. conference. I want to be Secretary General to make a difference. I've been positively influenced by the past Secretary Generals. They have taught me that being a smart and responsible leader is important, here at KUNA and in my community. Let's put into office somebody who can make a change for the better. Thank you.
5 big claps for all the candidates. And now I hand it over to Miss Alex Muckler.
Alright, I know you guys want to do this, so I'm going to give you about 15 seconds to absolutely explode for your favorite candidate. Who's going to win?